What up, Internet? Welcome to another episode of Chronicles Reviews at Home with the Less Stealthy Ninjas. This time you got 2/3 of us. You have Scooter Ray, aka The Scoot. You got Cosmic, I am the Canon Event Boss. And you all know him, love him, welcome him. It's been a minute since he's been with us on one of these. Give it up for Planet Niko down there at the bottom.
Man, aka Bruce Swang, but I ain't gonna tell you where they you know what I'm saying, where they know me is that.
And I'm already starting to regret this. So, per the names and imagery and things like that, we're here to talk about The Flash. You know, it just released finally after seeming like we knew about this movie for like the last 4 or 5 years or something like that, 3, 5 something years.
This movie been going on for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's been done for a minute.
Out. If you're new here, you know, any combination of the ninjas, we do reviews, whether it's movies, TV, video games, here and there, events, things like that. And with this one, with a movie this big, we're going to start off discussing the movie and what we think about it. Then we're going to get into spoilers and nerd out and things like that. So you're going to get kind of a 2-in-1 that if you hadn't seen it, you still get opinions and things. And if you have seen it, you can stick around for the whole thing and hear us nerd out, because that's what's literally going to happen. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and get it out the way. Niko, what you think about the movie? If you had to give it a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
Man. I enjoyed the movie, like from beginning to end. I mean, like all movies, you know, there's parts that you know you kind of feel an energy dip or whatever. But I feel like overall, if I had to give it a 1 to 10 rating, I would give it I give it like a 7.5.
Okay. So 7.5. All right.
Yes.
All right. Canon Event.
I give it a smooth 7 bolts of lightning out of 10. 7.
You know what? I will share the sentiment. I give it 7 baby saved out of 10.
Man, what happened to the other 3? What happened to the other 3?
The microwave.
I mean,
you left the babies in the microwave, fam.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't save them all. Isn't that what the canon event is supposed to be? You can't save them.
Man. Even if your blood sugar back up to peak levels.
All right, well, you know, let's get into the ins and outs of the movie. So let me ask y'all this question, and for the people at home. Did the Ezra Miller controversy play any role to this movie for y'all? Was y'all hesitant to see the movie? Was y'all potentially thinking about boycotting the movie? And for the people who didn't know, just research it. Ezra Miller was knocked damn near for every crime except for murder.
Not for lack of trying.
I mean, shit, like almost came about with that the baby and the bullet. But anyway, which is ironic considering this movie. But,
right?
Anyway, no, never thought about boycotting it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I was hesitant, not hesitant, not to see the movie, but of how this movie was going to turn out. And I was partially right, because not only did this movie have a tumultuous production schedule or production events, but that boy was doing fuck all just before, during, and after this movie. Like, they gonna have to do a lot of selling to a lot of other people,
right,
to keep him on as a cast member.
Oh no, they
because, like you know, because you know James Gunn is keeping the people from his movies, and recasting all the people from the Snyderverse stuff. But there's gonna be those questions. Why didn't you recast him when he did all this, and this? Like, you know, therapy ain't enough for what this boy has done. So I'm sorry, not boy, for what they have done. But no, like the only bearing it had was I was very hesitant / worried how this movie was going to be. Didn't think about boycotting it. I was more curious to see how they were, what kind of product they were so confident in putting out that like they just excused all that. Mm-hmm. So
you know what? I share that same sentiment. What about you, Niko?
No, I never thought about boycotting the movie, man. I mean, I'm not a huge Ezra fan. I never have been, and it was before the controversy. I just had I can't tell you movie he was in the movie with
I can't name any of his other movies.
What was it Tilda Swinton, right? Like there's something
I'll research it while we discuss it.
There was a movie and they were like, oh yeah, Ezra was the son in that movie, and I was like, oh, like
he was in the movie Kevin.
Yes, something wrong with Kevin or something about that movie. I liked.
We need to talk about Kevin.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was him. They did a great job in that movie. That was a good movie, but same thing with
in Harry Potter prequels.
Yeah, you had
Credence.
You had to tell me because
he was in the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Yeah, I just didn't know. So yeah, for me, Michael Keaton, Batman. That was one of the first movies I remember going and seeing in the theater. And being hyped about that original Batman movie, and seeing Keaton back and seeing what Keaton did in Spider-Man, we ignored Morbius, seeing that trailer and just how the scenes with Ben Affleck, which I know we'll get to, and how they definitely get to that. Yeah, and how they had him moving in the trailer. Like Batman was the selling point for me. Andy Muschietti, who directed the film, was another selling point because unfortunately the DC movies are like but he did It 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so say what you want about which one you thought was better or whatever, but both of those movies are probably some of the best Stephen King adaptations. So I was like, nah, man, forget him. Like there's people, like any company, there's people involved that have nothing to do with that controversy. And sometimes it is unfair, man, to and they get punished because of it. So me, I'm like, nah, I want to see this movie. He's not the factor for me to go see this movie. So yeah, I didn't want to boycott it.
Well, see, that's why I was saying I shared Boss's sentiment, because it was like, what are y'all about to give us? Because y'all are too confident in this. Mm-hmm. They gotta settle it. The man was out here doing everything. Like it seemed like he was purposely trying to get himself kicked out of this role. Mm-hmm. And then, especially too, this also came off the heels of them canceling Batwoman. So it was like Batwoman was done. And y'all was like, nah, this ain't gonna never see the light of day.
That's some right.
They was like, nah, we ain't even gonna put it on HBO Max. And it was like, damn, how bad was this movie?
Hey, I don't blame it. But they spent, I think initially they spent, $250 million on this movie. So the bill was already high. And you hadn't even started, the marketing and all that stuff. And then they did reshoots. So then you just so I'm like, they probably said, man, this is gonna be a big tax write-off. We may just we gotta put this thing out.
Yeah. All right, boss, give us a non-spoiler overview of what the movie is about for those out there that might not know, who hadn't seen it yet.
All right, for those who haven't seen it yet, for the comic fans and DC fans, this is the Flashpoint story minus about 60% of that original story. And then that other 40% replaced 20% with just randomness. And then you get this movie. For everybody else who's not up on that story, the Flash going through some things in his life. This is post Justice League and all that. And so he is going through things with his parents and all that. And then he gets the idea, or he stumbles into just running that he could go back in time. And so he thinks about it, and he gets it in his head. He's going to set things right. He goes back in time to try to set things right for his life. He fucks up the universe. In that process, fucks up a whole lot of other universes. And that's where the story kicks off. So
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's just about as far as I can go without giving spoilers. So, if you don't want spoilers, leave now. Because
No. Before we get to spoilers, we want to give the people a debate we've been having because this one involves spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to set the scene for the folks out there has been a discussion about Batmans, preferably live action.
Mm-hmm.
We got Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and Robert Pattinson. Those have been our live action Batman throughout our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
We're not counting Adam West. We're not going to count Kevin Conroy because Kevin Conroy
was live action for an episode.
I get that, but we talking about
for the.
He was live action.
Yeah.
But
we talking about live action film Batman.
Yeah, live action films. Because Kevin Conroy will always be my favorite Batman. May he rest in peace. But so there has been some wildness discussed between those Batmen I listed. So of course, if you always hear the debate, people say Keaton, and then it just goes down the line. So the debate has been basically out there, who's your favorite live action movie Batman? So we'll go with Boss first. Boss, who would you say?
Favorite live action movie Batman?
Yes. Okay. Niko?
No, Keaton is top dog for sure for me.
I don't know. It's always been a tie between Keaton or Bale for me.
Bale is my number 2.
Like I would probably say it will probably be reversed. Bale will probably be 1 and Keaton will probably be 2. But where some controversies come in at is Ben Affleck. When Ben Affleck was originally casted for Batman, he had the community just as divided when they announced Heath Ledger as the Joker. Now, personally speaking, I love Ben Affleck's Batman.
For sure.
Niko, as you can see, rise forward. This one, besmirchment.
Besmirchment.
He's top 3. He's top 3.
I just state facts.
He's top 3.
Okay, so explain to the people.
Trash background.
So explain to the people why you don't think Batfleck is a good Batman.
And why you got
he's a horrible actor at one for the character.
Oh, wait. Time out.
My God.
We're not gonna sit here and pretend that Ben Affleck ain't got no slaps now.
Man,
I didn't say that. I said a horrible actor for the character.
Man. Come on now, man.
Look, in terms of all the people, animated TV, live action, movie, film, otherwise, Affleck is bottom 3. And the only bottom 3. And here's why. The only people I don't have an opinion on are the ones from the 40s because I never seen those.
We ain't gonna go that far back.
What?
None of us was
worse
around.
than Val Kilmer? Come on.
Worse than Kilmer and
Clooney. First of all, Val Kilmer.
I'm gonna state this right now. Clooney is the worst.
Hands down.
Clooney is the worst.
Hands down.
Mm-mm.
Hands down. That man pull out a damn American Express card. Where the hell? Come on now.
Clooney is the worst.
Batman the detective, he gonna keep a damn American Express card on him, dox himself?
Right. Hey, he was the epitome of the 60s Batman.
Why his costume got nipples on it?
But please keep explaining.
70s Batman.
But please keep explaining what you were saying about Ben Affleck.
Look, let me say this. Let me say it this way in a way you would understand, Scoop. The way you feel about Captain Marvel is the way I feel about Ben Affleck's Batman.
God damn.
Same exact stance.
Damn.
I got to hear that.
He did not embody Batman's character from any era. They made him look like the Dark Knight, but he didn't have the age.
He was probably the first, other than Keaton, he was probably the first one to embody Bruce Wayne for sure.
Bruce Wayne, he had Bruce Wayne.
He had down. Bruce Wayne down.
Val Kilmer didn't try to have Bruce Wayne down. He didn't. First of all, look, Val Kilmer didn't prepare for the role. He was 103 pounds. That suit was sagging off his body. He didn't feel that suit.
Not to jump franchises as well, but remember, boss, how we kept saying we thought Tobey Maguire was a great Spider-Man, but his Peter Parker, but his Peter Parker was a little shifty.
Tobey was a great Spider-Man, horrible Peter Parker. Garfield was a great Spider-Man.
No,
horrible Peter. No, Tobey was a great Peter Parker.
He's a great Peter Parker, horrible Spider-Man. Yeah,
horrible Spider-Man. Garfield, great Spider-Man, horrible Peter Parker. Tom Holland is just the best of both.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Affleck.
No,
and then think about it. So the things that you're blaming him for, Zack Snyder tried to shoehorn the Dark Knight Returns Batman into Batman v Superman. That was his introduction. That's him getting to play the crap and saying, all right, man, how can I make
figure
this?
It out?
Yeah, he was. To me, he was a good Bruce Wayne because
and of that, he's still collateral damage of it.
Nah, man. Christian Bale was not a great Bruce Wayne. He was
hardly in there as Bruce Wayne.
When he was in there as Bruce Wayne, first of all, Bruce Wayne don't have no damn lisp. Let's get that out the way. If he did have one, he would have a contingency plan to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Christian Bale trying to get through that whole
rid of your list.
Yes, man. Thinking he gonna walk through 3 Batman movies with a list. The one scene, like I mentioned last time, where Ra's al Ghul, first of all, Batman ain't gonna call him Ra's al Ghul. He can't even pronounce one of his biggest nemesis name right. So Ra's al Ghul, and he's like trying to get everybody out of the house, the manor, before stuff kicks off. He started like insulting people and being rude. If you watch or read any Batman comic book, that wasn't Batman. He kind of made you feel like he was, just kind of playboy, charismatic, but kind of like not invested. Not, I don't know what's going on. I'm rich. I don't have to know what's going on. I'll solve it with money. Then he started insulting people. I'm like, that's not Bruce Wayne. He was a simp. Not even in the cool Batman way. Like the way he simped in his movies, Batman don't simp like that. Batman is charismatic. He's got game. He gets the woman. He don't lose the woman to no damn who was it? It was a Two-Face? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We said Batman hasn't lost people, or
he lost people, but he didn't simp like that. Like Catwoman for sure. Like Catwoman, but bro, he was simping. He wasn't even smooth with none of his game.
He saw Anne Hathaway in that outfit and was like, "Hey, you."
He had no charisma with these women. He had no on-screen chemistry. So at least Pattinson in the suit had chemistry with Zoe Kravitz. Yeah.
He had all the confidence in that suit. Outside that suit,
Affleck and Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, man, you could feel it. You can see it. You see the hand, but you also see like I said,
that was another trash casting, by the way.
No, that was a bad casting. I hope they
Gal Gadot. No.
She tries. She
Wonder
dries
Woman.
hair.
No, Wonder Woman 84 was trash.
No,
but Gal Gadot.
Her appearance as her as the character, she was sandpaper.
She's bad. Yeah, she is dry turkey.
I don't mind her as Wonder Woman.
Unseasoned dry turkey at that.
Bro, she's gorgeous. But every movie I've seen her in,
right? You can't knock her beauty, but her acting ability.
The acting ability is almost Megan Fox-esque. Yeah, I said it.
Right. Wait, hold on. But on the Batman point though, even Bale. Now Bale's not a bad Batman. He's still. Let me see. I would go Keaton, Affleck. I'll go Keaton, Affleck, Bale.
Okay. Affleck would be 3 for me.
And no order. I mean, Keaton is number 1, but it's interchangeable. Bale he wasn't a bad Batman, but he physically and vocally, he just degraded as the movies went on.
And see, I told Scoot my ranking. My ranking is Keaton, Bale, Conroy, West. Top 4. After that is Pattinson. Everybody else.
That's the number 4 for me.
But like I tell you, Conroy will always be number 1 for me.
But name a good action sequence that you've seen Christian Bale like handle. Like, did you seen like you in his part physically as Batman? What did he do to make you say, "Damn, that's Batman"? Physically, action wise.
The Dark Knight.
No, what scene?
When he went to go get, what was it, the banker? And he had the plane snatch him out the window.
See, not even a fighting scene. That's how trash he is as Batman compared to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck warehouse scene, Ben Affleck Flashpoint, the beginning of Flashpoint. Y'all seen the trailers, not spoilers. If you see the glimpses of what happens, that's the beginning of the movie. It's not a spoiler. That was some of the best Batman action scenes, better than anything Zack Snyder did. He made Batman actually have something to do and not be useless.
Yeah.
All the Christopher Nolan action scenes cut away the whole damn fight. And it's so annoying the way he cuts those action scenes to me. I can't stand it, bro. You never see Batman finish a punch or kick. Is this he punt, cut away, kick, cut away? I'm like, did he hit somebody? I'm not wearing hockey pants. That's it. The best action scene he had, I will tell you, he was on the damn bike. And the car and the bike scenes, and I think it's both Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The where he's going at the Joker, and then when he's like running through the city in the car. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The best one, if it's not the best, is one of the best action sequences I seen with Batman was when Pattinson was beating the shit out of dudes
in the club
at the beginning.
Oh,
Batman.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit.
Yeah. No, they did that well, and that's why I can't put.
The club was good too.
The club was good when he had to get them steroids in his body, and he just started running through people like Christian Bale. No, all right, I'm gonna stop. I've been talking. What the hell did George Clooney and Val Kilmer do as Batman to make you say, "Damn, there's some good Batman"?
Yes, that's what I really want to know.
Yeah, I think
they were two sides of the same coin. Basically, just darker versions of Adam West Batman.
So they didn't do nothing.
Who was a better Batman than just Affleck?
What'd they do though? Like, what did they show you? Where you were like, man, that's a good Batman.
Exactly. Like, that's what I want to know.
I'd have to go back and watch the movies. I don't remember.
He adopted a 30-year-old man.
So, like, I mean, like, look, hey, that's better optics than just snatching kids off the street as the Batman does normally. Like,
nah, man. He adopted a 30-year-old man. Said, hey, wear this. Why I got nipples on it? You want to go back? Trash.
He did kind of hit them with that. You want to go back where you was at? Well, here, play by the rules.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
But, that's our debate. We're going to give you this little intermission. And when we get back, we're going to start letting spoilers fly. So if you are tuning out, thank you for coming. We don't want you to hear spoilers unless you do. But if you stick around, we're about to start getting into it. And it might sound a little chaotic because, comic book people, movie, a lot of things were different. So we'll be back with you. If I had popcorn, I would have threw it at the screen the moment I saw George Clooney at the end.
Bro. That's how we open in the.
Oh man,
Yep.
here you go.
Yep.
Here you
I
go.
was not happy with George Clooney popping
Yeah.
out. I was like, all right, fam, y'all got it.
Damn,
Y'all
man,
got it.
that's how we kick.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I get why they did it,
Y'all got it.
but nah.
But now let's go ahead and kick it off. So, boss, go ahead and kick it off for us.
This movie has some of the worst CGI I have seen.
Damn.
I mean, look, it was damn near Scorpion King levels, man.
Okay, no.
Let me clarify. I didn't say it was equal. I said damn near, because that is still the pinnacle of the pyramid of the worst of the worst.
Nah.
Like, even back then, that shit looked off. But
I've seen worse.
But this stuff, and y'all can't lie, at points, it looked like it was straight out of the show Reboot.
Yeah, now get
Like at points, come on. It looked like Bob and Doc were about to come in and save the day. Like man. It was that bad.
I felt like there was some stuff that they could have. I know they tried to say it was intentional, man. Like they have the budget. This is a big movie. This isn't like some B character. Like people know the Flash. The Flash has been around for a while. Like you know the stakes for this movie, and you got one impression. So to put it in perspective for anybody who hasn't seen, or if you saw it, like they spent a lot of time going through the Speed Force and being in the Speed Force and kind of looking at like points in time. They went there a lot. So I'm like, if that's where you're gonna spend a big chunk of your time, and you're gonna try to build understanding for what the Speed Force is, what this area is, and like how you're using it to further the plot, it needs to look great. So I think the Speed Force,
I can agree with that,
needed some work because it was a big focal point of the movie. I think they threw those Easter eggs towards the end with like the different worlds and stuff in there, and they're like dependent on fan service. And it was cool to see the little, like Nicolas Cage, even though that movie didn't get made, like people know about it. Like that's a deep cut. The Supergirl and
the black and white Superman from
black and white,
radio.
You know what?
Superman.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
But it looked like shit though. That's what I was gonna say. It looked bad. Like don't throw that out there because you want the
like. And then here's the thing. Like I told Stu and Ramya, like when they did some of these cameos, I understand a lot of these people are dead. Like Christopher Reeve is gone. Supergirl from that era still alive. Nicolas Cage still alive. Y'all didn't like the person they had for, was it Jay Garrick's Flash, was from the TV show. Like y'all didn't have to CG all of this. Like y'all could have got the real people who were still living, put them in there.
Somebody said that if anything, they could have got Brandon Routh to do.
They could have had Brandon Routh in here.
Yeah, like they didn't have to CG it. They didn't have to CG that. That was unnecessary.
Man, look,
I thought all of that was unnecessary. Like it was cool to see that there were different multiverses, but to actually zoom in and show it, I was like,
I'm gonna put it like this: for anybody who has seen, like if you've seen most of, if not all, the superhero movies of the past 10 plus years, I'm gonna put it to y'all too. This is the worst superhero movie that has to do with the multiverse. In the way they portray it. I want to, no. Think about it like this. The 2 animated Spider-Man movies, can't touch them.
No, those are probably the best cases of multiverse.
Especially the second one.
Right. The only one you could probably put it up against is Doctor Strange on the Multiverse of Madness.
No, that's a lie.
Like, what else you gonna put it up against?
That's Doctor Strange, Quantumania.
What Quantumania didn't show a whole lot of multiverse,
but
for in credit scenes.
But their explanation of multiverse and timelines is getting too jumbled up. So now you don't know what the difference.
What's what anymore?
Yeah, they like it's like they forget. At least with this, you know, when Michael Keaton breaks down, like, hey, you actually got it wrong. Like, no, it doesn't go back and change things. You know what I mean? Like no, it branches off. Your ripple effect changes both lines. It changes the past and it changes the future. He kind of set it up. Like, this is what it is. We're not gonna re-explain it again. This is what the fuck it is. You get timelines in Marvel. You get convergence,
the branches, and all that.
Yeah. And now you get multiverse. So is it time travel? Is it multiverse? Like, what the hell is it? I didn't think this was that bad. I just thought it looked.
Yeah, I thought it looked bad. I didn't think because especially the way he explained it. Because remember, it was almost akin to that episode of Rick and Morty when Rick gave Morty that little save device where he would restart, and then Rick was like, no, everything you did happened. It's just that you created another version of a timeline where, but no, everything you did it.
Yeah. And you had Loki. Like, Loki started to do that. I think Loki explained it pretty well, but I don't know if people talk about. I don't know. I didn't think this one was that bad. I just think,
like you said, it just looked bad. It just looked
bad,
like,
man.
It looks horrible.
And so, like, me and Orion, you know, were talking yesterday. I feel like, you know, she said it was too much CGI. I feel like a movie like this with when you got Speed Force and somebody that runs faster than the speed of light, and then they're fighting running faster than the speed of light, then they're fighting Kryptonians, and the Kryptonians moving fast, and you know what I mean? Like Batman, like, it's gonna unfortunately have a bunch of CGI in it, but they have the budget to like, because the storyline, I like the storyline. I like the performances, you know, as much as Ezra as out they damn mind. I thought Ezra tackled playing different perspectives. Okay, some of the dialogue for me was like, but you know what I'm saying. But the movie, like, it, you know, it beefed.
It beefed.
It beefed.
Now, so of course, if we're going through it, one thing they changed was they made it to where Papa Allen was accused of murdering the mom, and all I could think to myself was, God damn, was the lawyers for Papa Allen trash? Because it'd been like, and what motive would he have to kill his wife?
It was entirely circumstantial. Like they.
Like, I mean, like all of a sudden, I'm gonna just stab my wife out the blue. Right. And it was like,
he did not want to go get that spaghetti, man. Sauce,
right?
What did Barry's character, Ezra's character, the Flash, say? He was like, he lost a parent to murder, and he lost another one to the failures of the justice system.
Yeah, because there were some failures.
Right, but they didn't explain that whole thing. So, like, they just said he was in prison for it. It's like, okay. And then they mentioned the footage that would have been his alibi was somehow just scrambled to hell. Like, it.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think a big part of that too, because the selling point, if y'all haven't watched this is in the show, it's also in the comic, and it's in the animated movie, the Flashpoint Paradox, which is great. Like, the big missing piece of this, which would have been great, was the Reverse Flash. The Reverse Flash, if y'all haven't read the book.
So this was the thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was him.
Well, when he went back in time and the purple dude pushed him, I thought that was going to be a setup, or
I thought that was wrong.
I thought it was going to happen.
Oh,
I thought Reverse Flash.
So y'all didn't see the toy. Y'all didn't see the toy thing then.
No.
So like all these movies now, they release the toys early.
Yes, they do.
And they spoil the stuff. So I saw the Dark Flash or whatever, and so I knew it was good. Yeah, I just didn't know how it was gonna happen. And then when I started to see, you know,
he kept getting all the
little Kryptonian metal pieces, I said, oh, and then he kept wanting to go back and back. But I just think I think the movie they did a good job, but I think the Reverse Flash is just a big part of that story that you need to sell the whole, like, the murder and his imprisonment of his dad, because he does it because he wants to get rid of the Flash. He hates the Flash, and we still don't know who killed him or why, or who killed his mom or why the mom died. Like, it just, we just know that it's a constant. It's supposed to happen, and that's about it. And once you add that piece of the story, like, I hate the Flash. I wish he was never born. I want to get rid of the Flash. And he, again, in the comic and in the TV show, did a good job. He wasn't trying to kill the Flash's mom. He was trying to kill the Flash, and she just ended up being there. It's an accident. Yeah. That's up. So they didn't fill that gap to me adequately. They feel
now, and then, you know, and I can appreciate for what they did with the changes of he was pushed out into the timeline to where two Barrys existed instead of, you know, just the world being changed. And you know, I can appreciate that. And I thought that aspect looked pretty cool, that there was two Barrys at the same time. And I ain't gonna lie, when you explain how Flash gets his powers on paper, I'm like 18-year-old Barry. I ain't gonna get struck by lightning. Like, what you talking about?
He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Like, let me say this. I'd rather get struck by lightning than have all those industrial chemicals just dumped on me. Like,
but he got both.
He got both. I feel like I have a better chance with the lightning. Look, because I don't want to be looking like a toxic Avenger. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Or you can mess around, turn into Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Get your eyesight gone and
blind and have sonar. Listen.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of stuff that they could have left in, especially with the runtime of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of bloated for the story they told. Like, they could have kept more of that animated Flashpoint movie in there. Like, it just did, like, use this whole thing as like a complete hard reset for the DCU. And it just didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
It's like, there was just a whole, like, there was plot points all over the place. Like y'all remember Justice League probably very well, more than I do. When they revived Superman, and he woke up and didn't know who they were. Remember when Flash ran up to him and thought he was going to hit him?
Yeah,
and he touched him and got rebounded because he's a Kryptonian. He's damn near an immovable force.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in this movie, he running around socking these boys like they regular humans. Like, so they didn't keep their whole mythos, in fact, intact from movie to movie. It's just, and what did this steal that he had in his arm? How was this able to hurt them? Because we know Kryptonians don't really have a weakness to metal. So it was just a whole lot to just
that they could have,
right. Like, the one thing I truly enjoyed was both the Barrys going back and forth, their banter. Loved when Keaton came in and his whole thing.
And I was just about to get ready to bring up, how did y'all feel when Keaton was finally introduced in
Kung Fu Hobo was my favorite part of the
movie. He was spinning around that damn kitchen. He was throwing pizza cutters, dough rollers.
Look, man.
And OG Barry was just taking all the, I was saying, man.
Yeah, he was taking all of it.
And young Barry was just like,
he was like,
a
pizza cutter? Like, I thought it was dope, man. I thought Keaton, he didn't miss a beat, man. Like, I thought, you know, they didn't go super deep into his explanation of like why Gotham was, you know, obviously he did his job as Batman. He got out, he cashed out. They didn't need him, but seeing that, you know, they inspired him to come back. He had one more job to do, and man, his action scenes, his dialogue, his delivery, man, Keaton is still that dude.
Yes.
He's still that dude.
Look at it. Keaton won me back up. I ain't gonna say that he ever lost me, but when he was Vulture, and I'll never forget watching Homecoming in the movie theater, and when they had that car and he put 2 and 2 together, that Peter was Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I was in the theater like, oh shit, wait,
Look,
what's about to happen?
When he said, like, you go ahead, honey, I just want to have a word with you with your date here. And he pulled that pistol on him and just said in his lap, like, listen here, fam. like Keaton is that dude, and I cannot wait for Beetlejuice 2.
Now,
oh man.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Morbius, but was he at least good in that?
Yeah, I mean, he delivered his lines. You know, he
got his check. He was in there for 5 minutes, like, you know.
Hey,
so
I think guys like us could. I think I don't know how I got here, but it must have been Spider-Man's fault. I think guys like us could do some good together. And then he got out. He was like, all right, check. Y'all got my check? All right, bet. Yeah, put it in there. Yeah. Morbius 2 yeah. He got in and he got out.
I enjoyed Supergirl.
Yes.
I thought Supergirl was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she did a good job as Supergirl.
Yeah.
Who else? So, Niko, maybe you can help Boss and I fill in some blanks.
Okay.
How well do you remember Man of Steel?
I remember it. Pretty well.
Oh yeah.
I had this have a male and female companion.
Yep.
He did, and they had the female in there.
Where'd this giant come from?
He was on the ship. You know, that was one of the things.
No, he wasn't in the movie.
It's a different because things, you know, the past changed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He was actually taking the doo-doo of the first Man of Steel, and all the stuff had happened.
He got locked in the bathroom, is what you're saying.
He out this time, and he was a big boy. I didn't know Kryptonians got that big. But
he's a hooper back on Krypton.
It was like them when they let loose them golems and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
The Lord of the Rings, but I didn't know Kryptonians could get that big.
Cause Boss and I was talking, the three of us was talking, and we was like, we don't remember this giant.
No, that's a new addition. That's a part of a new timeline. That's the Black Kryptonians. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't want to shake people
Wakanda.
up. Yeah.
From Wakanda. I got you.
Okay. All right. So let me ask this question. Going forward, what would y'all like to see out of DC going forward? So now, since this has finally came out, and we know James Gunn is in the process of getting ready to reboot everything with Blue Beetle, and so what would y'all truly like to see going forward from DC in their movies, rather?
You want to go first, boss, or you want me? I know.
I'll have a better picture after Blue Beetle because Gunn said that's the first official hero of his DCU. I'll have a better picture after that. But what I would like to see is what they should have done 10, 12 years ago is give each character their time to shine, cast them correctly, first of all. So, you got to get the casting right. So that rumor that Nicholas Hoult might be Superman, please do it. Please do it.
I still want him to be Batman, though. But
look, hey, if he's in the running for Batman, hey, they do it Brave and the Bold, so I don't know how he might have to be a little bit older, but hey, you can still make him Nicholas Hoult. But yeah, each character their time to shine. Do not rush any team ups. They don't need you need to make you need to treat it like Iron Man 1. You need to make a complete movie about one character,
one thing.
And then in the post-credit scene, you can allude to bigger shit.
Yep.
So who do you think that? So that being said, who do you think that character should be? Who do you think?
I think it has to center around Superman. It has to center around Superman.
Okay.
It has to. I know in most people they prefer Batman over Superman. And that's a fair line.
Batman got enough movies. It's fine.
Right, but they have to center it around Superman. Because most of DC's biggest stories that involves tons of characters, has to do with Superman. Start with him. So, they got to start with him. They got to get Superman right. And I know Gunn is writing it, and he's casting it.
And directing it.
And directing it. So they got to get Superman right. We will know after that movie how this universe is going to pan out. So it starts with Superman. That's it for me. That's what I need to see going forward.
All right, Niko, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they have a plan, and I agree with Boss. Like they need to establish each character, give them their moment to shine, build the importance. I think you definitely have to build the importance of Superman, because there hasn't been, like, Man of Steel, for all the hate it gets, it wasn't a bad movie. I always tell people they went overboard on the action because the other Superman movies didn't have a lot of action. Superman Returns, he didn't punch one person on camera. And it was a good movie, but it wasn't about him physically being this, like, he lifted a damn mini state or something. He's a big ass rock. Like, that's about it. But you really, like, build Superman up. Like, Superman is Superman for a reason. You know what I mean? They need a plan. And this is James Gunn, so he probably already has one. But, like, I would start, like, we're building this. We're getting the Justice League. What is going to be the point that gets all these guys together? I don't think it should be Darkseid. I think it should be Brainiac. It could be like the War World, like they're doing in the animated stuff, where you got Mongol. It could be something like that. It could be
Vandal Savage. Like,
it could be Vandal Savage,
you could go smaller scale and just look at what Marvel did, and their first thing was, what got the Avengers together was Loki getting a power that he didn't have before, and now he was a worldwide threat. He became an Avengers level threat. You could do that with Vandal Savage, in which he gets something.
He gets the Injustice League or whatever
MacGuffin you want to give him. Give him that, and then Vandal Savage is now a threat. And Immortal Caveman is now a threat to everybody on the planet. And that requires the whole Justice League to get together. You could go that route. But no, it should not be Darkseid or like any of the other super big bads that they have.
All the villains that got their ass whooped in whatever movies lead up to that, Vandal Savage could say, hey, man, I got a plan. I've lived for thousands of years. I'm rich as hell because I live forever. I own everything. And they could do Tower of Babel like they did in the animated series. You know what I mean? But I want to see a plan for that. I want to see, for Batman, I can tell you, I want to get out of Batman has to be hyper realistic. He's a rich ass man in a bat suit, indispensable income. Or dispensable income. With a dispensable income. All right. He could spend as much money as he needs to build the type of shit that has him flying around. He got a satellite. He owns a, you know what I mean? Like, he's fighting Clayface and the Man Bat and all these things. Like, stop trying to make it so realistic, because I think when they try to dumb down Batman to make him digestible for like non-comic fans, then you get Ben Affleck that just say, oh man, my car blew up, man. I'm gonna just sit here, man. They took the gun from me. Y'all got Superman. Y'all got it. Yeah, I'm gonna be here though. If y'all need a plan, I got you.
Yeah, because you're right. Because Christopher Nolan did that well.
Yep.
Let it live and die with Nolan. Lead into the outlandishness that Batman fights the dude who's made of makeup cream.
Is it? So I want to see them get into the fantasy of it, make it good, have focus on the individual stories, lead, have the little crumbs, but don't go crazy. I think also too, they need to start pulling for characters that they haven't used. Like, I would love to see Man Bat. They need to. I know that they're going to get Ezra Miller the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can cuss like
you can
get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him. He's done, bro.
I would say this in Ezra Miller's case. Now that we've seen his Flash, I can live without it.
Right.
Like, I can live with the fact that they choose to recast him.
Look, I'll say this. I I wouldn't be upset if we got a different Flash. If we got Wally instead of Barry, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Wally West.
I would be happy. Like, cause that is the Flash I like the most. I would love to see Wally.
James Gunn. I don't know if you're gonna see this or somebody you know who's gonna see this, but when you decide to do Green Lantern, just go ahead and do John Stewart.
Oh, they already announced that.
I get what they announced. Mm-hmm. Plans can change,
but do it.
Go ahead and just do John Stewart. We don't need Hal Jordan. We don't need Jessica. Give us John Stewart.
We can have both, you know. They're gonna be both the True Detective style like thing. That's what they said they're gonna do.
They did, but give us John Stewart. Just go ahead and give us John Stewart. Then we can work towards others. We can give us John Stewart.
Story, good characters, new characters. Bring back Swamp Thing. Y'all had a great thing with Swamp Thing. Like that's what I want to see. Like build the ecosystem that can stand on its own with each individual character. Have stories that fit into a larger story. But if I didn't watch Batman and now Superman's coming up, or I didn't watch Superman and Batman's coming up, like I need to go back and watch that because they mentioned X, Y, and Z. But it's not the whole. It's not dependent on me watching a whole other movie. Like build those things up, have some high stakes, have some good script. Put the script first, like you said you're gonna do. Fix the CGI, put money into the CGI, and also stop hyping stuff up, man. That shit is done. Blue Beetle is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good, bro. It's not gonna be good.
Damn.
It's not okay. He said this was the best movie, boss, best comic book movie ever.
I remember.
He said that. But James, stop hyping that shit up. And
I'm going to say this.
I remember Stephen King said the same thing, and I'm just like, well, I don't know what you think about now.
I'm going to say this about Blue Beetle.
You might be back on that Heather, Stephen.
I don't know his importance in the comic books like that, but the way they hyping up Blue Beetle, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if it's gonna live up to the hype because I was watching that trailer again when I saw the Flash, and I was like,
"It looked like Power
Rangers. I'm gonna go see this movie because
he looks like a Beetleborg. Like the suit does not look good. I think probably the best part of that movie will probably end up being his family.
George Lopez, most likely.
Right. Yeah, and I don't think the villain, whoever the villain is, I haven't looked into it, is not going to be anything of worth.
How much you want to bet that the Beetle, the villain is another Beetle,
like Green Beetle or somebody?
Yeah, like Green Beetle or what they got? The Black Beetle, the big. You remember? Did you watch Young Justice?
I did. I remember when they all came. Yeah. That would be trash. That would be trash.
That's what they're gonna do. Like Venom.
That would be trash.
His importance to the comics, I think, if they're gonna eventually get to Young Justice or Teen Titans, or I think Teen Titans, right? Like you want to bring the light, Lex Luthor, and a bunch of other people, like Vandal said, like, hey, you have ties to all these different people. They could do the light and have that be like the Teen Titans. They're like big fight. Oh well, they want the Beetle back, or hey, this technology's down here and it's similar to your tech, but his costume is not it's kind of like having a symbiote. I think, more than it is an Iron Man suit. They got to get it right, but this movie's trash. Stop saying it's once these DC EU movies are done, like get them the fuck out of here. Jason Momoa is not Aquaman in every universe. He is Lobo now. Get that shit out of here. I don't want Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I'm okay with regular blonde ass Aquaman.
You know what? I will say this. After seeing Dante Reyes, his character he played in Fast X, he's going to make a phenomenal Lobo.
He would be great. But did you saw that post-credit scene?
That post-credit scene.
Which one?
Somebody,
It was only one. It was just to reassure. It was just to let y'all know that we said he gonna still be Aquaman, and he said we got to put it out there and let people know that he's Aquaman in every universe. Get that shit out of here. We didn't even see that in the movie. That was for Jason Momoa. That's in his contract.
Yes.
Get out of here, Jason Momoa. Your ass can't act, man. You can't act, man. You can't act.
Whoa.
You can't act.
No. If you
cannot act, bro.
If you seen Fast X,
I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna see it, bro.
Because he killed that role as Dante Reyes, and you know Aranya is cussing you out right now.
He cannot act, Aranya. He acts so bad.
Niko, I'm here with you.
Boy
cannot act.
He cannot act.
I have seen quite a few things with him. The only time he has ever did a decent amount of acting was in season 1 of Game of Thrones.
That's it. And he didn't speak English barely. So
that's it. And that's all because he just made noises
and grunts.
He made
back shots and grunts.
That's
so
it.
we know you can do two things, brother. You can do back shots and grunts.
Y'all are getting, you know what? I almost want to halfway bring Aranya in here so she can cut y'all out.
Look, I'm a Noah for the next 40, 50 years. And look, I'm outlive her. She can say all she want right now. When I'm at her funeral, I'ma whisper it to her.
Dang, right.
He still couldn't act.
You know what? You know what? I halfway want to bring her in here just so she can cuss y'all out.
Man, he can't act, man. Look, we need embrace the comics, get the story right, get the trash out, man. Don't Gal Gadot, get out of here.
You got James Gunn from a Texas man. You gotta treat the DCU like a brisket. You gotta when you take it out the package, you gotta trim that fat. That's all that trash. That's all the trash that me and Niko have been mentioning. That Jason Momoa is part of that fat. He's over there on the end. Get him off. You gotta slim this brisket down to where it'll smoke right. And then you gotta season it well. That's where the scripts come in. Give everybody their time to shine. Do the scripts right. Cast it well. And then just let it smoke for 12 hours. Just get it right. That's it. That's what you gotta do. So
you know what to do, man. You made damn Peacemaker and you made Suicide Squad, man. Come on.
You made a D-level character enjoyable.
Peacemaker, boy, that was a show.
Come on, man.
Right.
They where's it at? I can't. He's all the way down there. I ain't gonna get. They made Batmite canon. Come on, man.
And here's. I'll say this: with James Gunn in charge, I know the shows and movies that strongly feature D and C level heroes and villains are gonna slap. I know they are. Because what he did with Peacemaker, and more importantly, what he did with the 3 Guardians movies. Like, know.
I don't count that second one.
No, that second one count.
You know they're gonna be. You know they're gonna be
slap too.
Yes, sir.
That Pac-Man stuff was when Pac-Man stuff could have got out of here, bro. But that movie was good, and that soundtrack. That Volume 2 soundtrack.
Soundtrack was good, but the movie was.
Brandy, you're a fine one. What a good wife you did. Come on, man.
I already spoke my piece multiple times about Guardians.
Game for my life. I love my life.
Niko, anything you want to say about anything you want to say about Flash and the DCEU before we ride on out of here?
I will, man. I'll say again. It's a good movie. It is worth a watch. I give it a 7.5. The only reason why I give it a 7.5 is I don't think it was too much CGI. I just think that they put the time into what they thought was important, and they thought the things that we as the consumer wouldn't be too harsh on. We actually saw that and said that's some more bull for a $300+ million movie, but it is a good movie. It's the best Ben Affleck has been as Batman. It's Michael Keaton doing Michael Keaton. Ezra was good, but whatever. Sasha Cale, come on, man. I know they tried to put the butt pads in there, but you don't need them. You know what I'm saying? She did a thing. Sasha Cale, go see this movie. That's what I want to say. It was you'll have a good time. You might even cry. I don't know.
Boss, anything you want to add before we sell off into the?
Yes, James Gunn hires some better financial people, because this movie had a budget of what, 250 to 300 million. I don't know where the money went. I don't know where it went. I don't know where the money went. I don't know, because it wasn't the effects. Like maybe it was the cameos. Like maybe Clooney cost that a whole lot of money to come back. Maybe Keaton cost a whole lot of money to come back. But I don't know where this money went. So, like, fix that, because those effects should have been better. Like, I mean, should have been better. So, but yeah, it was a fun little movie. 7 out of 10 for me. You'll enjoy it if you can overlook all of its flaws. It's still enjoyable, but
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And basically, I share the same sentiments as these other two gentlemen here. It's just that I'm attacked on one thing. Hey, yo. Black Adam. Black ass Adam. There's room for you if you want to play ball. Because I could conjure up a whole situation that Black Adam can return. But you got to learn how to play ball, Dwayne.
The Rock and Black Adam?
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I
So
can see
you want two Jason Momoas?
Look. If they put the Black Adam movie had been set in the jungle, it would have been good. But
he doesn't see my way of seeing Black Adam. He's not a focal point. He's part of the group. He's part of the villains. He's not a solo movie. I'm my own man situation. No. He's part of the Legion of Doom. Black Adam. It's not this is my own adventures. Black Adam. Don't nobody care about Black Adam that way.
Nobody
So
at all.
other than that, yeah, The Flash. It was a movie, and with all the hype and all of the controversy surrounding it, it finally came out. We finally got it. It's actually worth watching. It's just like Boss said, you got to look over some flaws, and you got to look over some CG, because who child. But Planet Niko, since you're a special guest, let the people out there know where they can find you out here in these internet streets.
Yo, man, Twitch, Planet_Niko. Follow me, streaming Wednesdays. Streaming no damn Wednesdays, my bad. Thursday, Friday, and Sundays, all right? Instagram, Planet_Niko_games. Find me there, all right? Talking shit. About to go up there and post all kind of Jason Momoa memes. So if you want to see him, that's where you find me. His ass can't act. And watch your blood sugar too, man. Eat when your level's getting low.
Well, y'all know us, LessThanStealthyNinjas everywhere. It's been scrolling at the bottom, but YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, we all over. Twitch, LessThanStealthyNinjas across the board. That's him. That's him. Be using our account for that. But whether you love it, hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share, comment, subscribe. And after you subscribe, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when we post new videos. You know what I'm saying? We got mad content, because as you can see, this is CCR 92. So there's 91 you can go back and watch. He said he can't even name 50 of them. We did.
Couldn't do it. And I was in them.
Yeah, that Lil Wayne time.
I was there.
So on behalf of me, the Scoot, Cosmic Canon Event Boss, and our third ninja, Iran Sita, the final girl, and of course our special guest, Planet Niko down there at the bottom.
Bruce Wayne.
Thank y'all. And until next time, if you can run fast enough to change the past, don't do it. Or if you could run fast enough to change the past, do something great.
Robbing a casino.
Stop Jason Momoa from getting to his audition for Aquaman.
Damn.
Oh, Gal Gadot too. Same trip.
Run them to a different country and just leave them there. Take their cell phone.
Damn. And with that being said, everybody, peace.